Heading into the 2020-21 season here at Inside Carolina, we're breaking down all the scholarship players for the Tar Heels. I'm your host, Ross Martin, joined by Greg Barnes and Sherrell McMillan. We're going to talk about Armando Bacot today, the 6'10 sophomore, 240 pounds. I've always written he had up and down season. I mean, he's averaged close double figures in both rebounds and points, was not consistent, was injured here and there, and had trouble scoring around the basket. This is a big year for Bacot, and Roy always talks about that freshman to sophomore year jump. Sherrell, what do you think Bacot can be in his second year as a Tar Heel?
I just think he needs to continue to learn how intense you have to be and how ready you have to be every single night to play in the ACC. I think that's a hard thing for a freshman to learn, especially for a freshman who kind of thrown into the starting lineup. I think ideally in a traditional UNC season with a traditional UNC roster, he would have come off the bench, played 15 or 20 minutes, and then been ready to start as a sophomore. He just didn't have that luxury because of the lack of overall talent on that team last year. But he still had a really good season. I mean, he was Carolina's best rebounder last year. He had 14 games where he had 10 or more rebounds. So, it's not like he was terrible. It's just that his ability to finish around the rim, I think, clouded a lot of the other things that, or I should say inability to finish around the rim, clouded some of the other things that he did well. So if he can just build on that, hopefully over the offseason, he got a little bit stronger.
Yeah.
And then, as we talked about, he's getting pushed by two really good freshmen. So I expect him to really take a leap. I'm a believer in Bacot simply because he's a talented player and he's getting pushed and he's kind of fighting for his life, for lack of a better phrase, when it comes to playing time at Carolina.
Yeah, I think the competition from Day'Ron Sharpe and Walker Kessler combined with, a whole offseason to get stronger, faster, and know what it takes to play a UNC system will be huge. Greg, I mean, what do you see? Do you see that jump happening? Do you see him improving? Is that kind of how you see it as well?
Yeah, I don't think there's any question. I mean, I think everybody needs to kind of go back and look what he was before getting injured. He was fantastic against Oregon, and he has that kind of potential. We didn't see that. You have to give him credit, one, for coming back after the ankle injury against Ohio State, right? But the fact that he played against Virginia, Roy Williams was really impressed about that. But he just never kind of got back. And I think some of it was confidence dealing with that injury. And then he suffered another injury late in the year in the ACC tournament. So I think getting healthy is critically important for him. And then what that's going to allow him to do is really kind of build on what he did last year. Because he set such a high bar early in the year, he can never get back up to that. And that's kind of how we graded him. It's like, okay, well, he played okay this game, but think about Oregon.
Yeah.
He kept going back to that. And it wasn't fair to him because he's playing hurt. He had to play. North Carolina really didn't have any other options. So I expect him to have a big year. I know a lot of people are quick to put Kessler and Sharpe ahead of him. But I think because he understands how last year went, I think he's a guy to really watch out for to have a great year.
And look, his issue was missing shots around the basket. And you know what helps that? Getting stronger base, stronger upper body. And you would think he has gotten stronger with now almost 2 years with Jonas there at UNC.